Hello my friends and welcome to episode 73 of The Wanderer. Today we are taking on the second game against FC Porto in the Champions League. Since the last game when we lost in maybe unlucky circumstances, but we're the worst team, against Atletico Madrid, we've had a bit of a mixed bag. Morale took a hit after a couple of bad results before that, and then we played Celtic. We actually played them off the park, and honestly they hit us on one counter-attack, and who else but Ryan Christie scored. It's been a bit of a pain in my backside since coming to Hearts, and he continued that on. We then drew 1-1 against Dundee. Again, we absolutely battered them. We got a bit of luck with the goal, but we really should have been 3 or 4 up when they scored. They had 2 or 3 very big late chances that were created by our own downfall, and one of them was eventually taken by former player Colin Lavery. We then played Porto, and again we played very well in the first half. Second half not so much. In fact, the second half we played pretty awful, if I'm honest. I did play the 4-2-3-1. We were at home, had a bit of confidence, and they shredded us in the second half, if I'm honest. Aaron Cresswell had an absolute nightmare. We then played Falkirk, and we regained a bit of pride with a 2-0 win. Mabudi and Z Gomez on the score sheet. Before we played Motherwell, and we gave them a footballing lesson, and we took our chances. We did miss a couple of early chances early on. I was thinking to myself, oh, it's another one of those days, but we got a bit of luck with a penalty that might have been a bit dubious. Game says it was though, so I'm going with it. Z Gomez got a second as well. Harry Cochrane scored and Ryan Hedges scored. That leaves the league table looking with us 2 points clear of Celtic. Aberdeen 3 back, but I do have a game in hand. Rangers a further point behind, but do have the same game in hand. That is against each other. Top goal scorer Z Gomez on 11 now in the league from 12 games. That's pretty good going from the Portuguese international. Always felt if we could get a season with him fairly injury free, he'd be able to get that top goal scorer spot. He does lead for man of the matches as well. Woodman joint top of the clean sheets record, and Hedges in there for assists as well as Lewis Morgan up there as well. So today we take on Porto. They're managed by former Rangers manager Alex Neil. Be a bit interesting. I'm playing with the 4-2 defensive minded one. Made some adjustments to it from the game against Man City, but we're going to jump into that game and I'll go through all that with you just now. So this is the team we're going with. We're going with Woodman in goal, Walker, Lomba, Suter, Finlayson, Baird and Arthur in there. Baird I've gone with over Grant Young because he's impressed in the Motherwell game, and he impressed earlier on in the season, kind of just hasn't had a chance since, so I thought he's impressed, let's get him in. Hedges in there impressing as well with Morgan on the left, who I think slightly better in his deeper role than Mabudi, who takes a false 9 role in the supporting striker role alongside Z Gomez. Hopefully we can get a run here. They are top of the group, Porto here, so I'm going to go with good luck out there tonight. This is a game where we maybe could get a point, but at the same time I'm hoping that something comes of this. I'm also recording with a new encoding plugin which seems to be more designed for my system. Hopefully it's going to make a big difference. It's the first episode I've recorded with it, but I did do a tested episode. It's my booties at the post from 2 yards. What a start that could have been. It won't be the first video that's on the channel, as I've recorded a little bit ahead of this because I've got the new series coming out tomorrow as of recording. I thought Z Gomez was going to get there before Alves. But I've got a new series coming out tomorrow as of recording. It'll be a couple of weeks ago now as of upload. However, I wanted to get ahead so that I could get ahead and I could focus on that and make sure I've got consistent content coming out, because I don't want to go back to trying to maintain 2 series and failing to do it. So just to get into a routine, I've basically gave myself wiggle room, if you like. Quincy Promes, that's fallen brilliantly for Abu Bakar, who's put that wide, thankfully. Not looking good right now, is what I will say. Our midfield has been outnumbered by FC Porto. Doesn't really surprise me, to be honest, right now. Bernardo Silva to Allen, and that's in for Abu Bakar. It's a great save by Woodman, and I'm going to make a change here because we're getting so outnumbered here. I'm just going to push these 2 guys further forward. I'm going to play you as a box to box. Where is it? There we go, box to box. Confirm changes. Just try and get something going a little bit, maybe change the midfield. As Harry Arter, Z Gomez has scored, that's going to be ruled offside, I think. It is indeed. It's a great effort from Arter though, good save. Baird sprays that back and wide to Kyle Walker. Hedges, Tvetanov's picked up an injury. The other thing is that I did have an interview with Feyenoord, didn't get offered the job though, they went with someone who knew Dutch football. Fair enough. I would have brought you back earlier if we were getting offered the job. I'm not sure if I would have taken it, in honesty. Feyenoord, maybe a bit bigger club, maybe a bit better position to fight in Europe than Hearts, but the league at present is actually below the SPL, so staying in Scotland might have been a wiser decision. I'm not sure. The wage budget was going to be bigger, but we're going to have less of a transfer budget. Do have £30 million to spend, and I'm keen to actually spend some of that £30 million. However, what I think we really need to spend big on is a centre back, and if I'm honest, there's not a single decent centre back that we can attract right now that's going to actually improve our team. So that leaves an issue of I can't get a centre back that's good enough to improve the team for £30 million. But I don't think that's maybe a money issue. I think that's more of a we just can't attract it. That's absolutely awful from Harry Arter. There's so many people around him there. Just needed to get rid of it, and Abu Bakr with a big chance as a result of that puts it over the bar. Fortunately for us, he rushed his shot, and I think a couple of people managed to do a bit decent. Atletico Madrid getting beaten by Man City, that's okay for us, I guess. So I'm going to go with let's dig deep. Got a few switched off, so let's just do this, and we'll click off. Is it Hedges and Finlayson, and just go with a passionate. You're not bad, but I've got faith. We've recovered it, boys. We recovered it, and we kick off the second half. I can't actually remember who I've all got on the bench, to be honest. I can't remember if I was debating Balotelli or Federun. Balotelli kicked off about not getting first team football, said Z Gomez is in the form of his life, to which he goes, he's not in great form. 11 goals in 12 league games I would call is fairly good form. Balotelli disagrees. He's away to Turkey for $1 million in January. It's a team that Rangers knocked out in the Europa League playoffs to get into the group stage, and I believe they knocked out Hibs the round before that he's away to for £1 million. As much as I wasn't really that happy with it, I was keen to have him at the club for a couple of years and see how he goes. We're going to bring on today for his debut. He's a player that's on loan from Fiorentina. He's never played a game yet, but I've decided to bring him in as Bernardo Silva should not be getting that much space. John Stewart's lost his man, and it's cost us a goal, and that's why I feel like we need to spend big money on a centre back, because that's just not good enough. Moving wise, I am interested in moving, but it will be the right club. I'm not going to just apply for jobs willy-nilly for the sake of moving. I want to be moving because it's a right decision for the club. In terms of my career, ideally I want to move to one of the big five that's not England, so basically the big four that's not England. At the same time, I think with Germany and Spain, I don't have the licence correction on this save, so Federun, what a goal by the way, so that might put me off a little bit in Spain and Germany, so at least France and Italy. I would be interested in Portugal and maybe a couple of other nations that are above Scotland, but I'm not 100% sure on that just now. I'm going to switch Arter and Baird around here, and we're going to bring on Andrich in that ball winning midfielder role. Do really like this kid. He's done so well for us, and he has good games and bad games, but he is so good. We've conceded from a free kick because he played it short, and that free kick frustrates me so much because there's nothing you can do to defend it, and you don't get the options in the set piece defence to defend it either, which is why I just use the default set pieces, because there's no options to defend against stuff like that. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put Federun in the middle here. Z Gomez can play as a false 9. Tadai can play here. Make it work. You can play as a false 9, please. And you can play as shadow striker maybe. Overload. go route 1, take more risks. Narrow, confirm changes please, and then push forward. Let's try and get a goal. We want a point out of this group at least, and want to try and get a point. Let's lose it. I'm happy to lose a game big now, trying to get a point basically. As it comes away back to Arthur though. Oh, it's somebody sleeping there. I think it's today. It's not really impressed me since he came on. And we now have to deal with a Porto attack. They're just retaining the ball though rather than counter attacking, but they have eventually got a man forward. Promes. It's an absolute bane of us in the first game that we played against them. Lincoln across to Promes again. In behind for Kupitov. Great challenge from Suter. Promes again. Abu Bakar, good save from Freddie Woodman. Feel like we should have had a point out of this group somewhere, but you know, when the third seeds are the team that's leading the group, unbeaten after 4 games, it's tough for the fourth seeds to really do anything, isn't it? So we've lost another game in Europe. We're underdogs. It is what it is, but I feel like being 4 seeds has hurt us so much in terms of the teams we're playing. Porto was the winnable game, and they've just turned up this year. And even in the league, are they doing that great in the league? They're not even doing that great in the league, so Alex Neil could be looking at getting sacked. It's maybe a job I would be interested in taking. But, you know, we've done okay. We've got a goal. In fact, we've actually done okay in all the games in Europe, if I am honest. Anyway guys, I'm going to end this episode right here. We will come back when we play probably Atletico Madrid for the last European game. We can't get out. If we can get out, it's going to be by beating Atletico Madrid, and then losing a couple of games. We'll lose into Porto in the meantime. So that's the only way we can get in anywhere in Europe. Obviously, well, a point against Man City might help as well, and then losing or drawing to Porto I think could work, but I don't see us getting a point to Man City. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope the quality of the video has been better, because I'm hoping this plugin is going to work. If you did enjoy, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll hopefully catch you all next time.